7 minutes. Obviously, the first basket of the game was a post up to Hawkins, and then after that, I thought we played great basketball. We were able to survive their run in the second half, and obviously 22 for 29 from the foul line. Shooting 76% in a big game, a winner or go home game. John Daly will be happy. He gives me texts after every game about our free throw shooting. So I'm sure John will give me a positive text tonight on our foul shooting. But our rebounding was a big key. It felt like Illinois was so long, so tall, maybe one of the most, if not the most athletic team in the Big Ten. I thought we did a phenomenal job by being +7 on the glass.
Okay, again, please silence your phones and no recording of this press conference is allowed. Raise your hand. You have a question, our microphone holders will get to you. Questions for the coach or athletes? Okay, on the aisle.
Okay, so for Eric or anybody?
Anybody at the dais is available.
Okay, well, maybe everybody could take us. Eric first and Ricky Devo, just go that way. Obviously, we know holding leads away from home has been an issue, and today you guys closed out the game. What was the key to closing out the game the way you want to close it out?
I think I'll speak first, Bob. I think that we've learned a lot. I mean, this is a team that's still growing, and I said even before the tournament that I feel like, this is a team that continues to improve. I mean, we talk about improvement daily. We work on things daily to try to get better. There's been other teams that maybe, have plateaued. Maybe a couple of our teams at Nevada, we were old, veteran guys, and maybe at some point, we were just trying to save legs. But this team is a team that's of continuous improvement.
Yeah, it's been a common theme all year. Letting go at the last minute, losing close games. Done happened 5+ times this year. So for me, I just kept looking at the scoreboard, knowing how much we're up, how much time was left, and emphasizing that to my teammates on the floor. And we were just really smart tonight. So,
just like they said. And I think the third thing is just wanting to win. I think we all wanted to win. We know we wanted it really bad, and me and Coach Muss and the other guys that's been in this position before has been teaching and preaching like this is going to feel good if we pull it off, And so I'm glad the guys that haven't never experienced it just got this experience, we're going to get ready for the next game for sure.
We're going to go across the aisle on the right side. Please give your name, affiliation.
Devo, Ty Richardson, ESPN Arkansas. Hawkstats put out in 6 of your 9 postseason games, you've had double-digit points. And I know leading up to this, you kind of transitioned to a veteran. What did you feel like clicked for you tonight?
Just playing within the flow. Our team as a whole, we start, I guess you could say, pushing the tempo, starting with our defense. And so I think our defense got it started in the team. I think we held it strong, and we did what we needed to do on the offensive end, which is executing and getting downhill and executing our free throws. And with that being said, I think the entire team did really good, emphasizing the game and managing the game.
On the aisle,
Hey, this is for Eric and Ricky. Maybe you guys could both say what you thought of Devo's play. And, of course, Eric, like Ty just said, Devo's been really good for you in these postseason games. What do you think's been the key to that?
He's got great mental toughness. And, I think that he knows that I really believe in him, really trust in him, whether he's on the ball, whether he's off the ball, and certainly the defensive assignment that he gets assigned to on a nightly basis. So, there's often times where there's just a connection and a belief that he's going to come up in big moments. And certainly tonight was another one that he was able to do that for us with his scoring and let's face it, his defense as well. He was phenomenal defensively again.
Just the experience of being in an NCAA tournament, I'm pretty sure he's been in a tournament since he's been in Arkansas. So I know he's played big games before and made big shots. So it's really nothing new to him. I feel like experience in an NCAA tournament, those experienced teams win if you look back at it. So he's been here before, so he had a real good game tonight. We needed those points and the defense, of course.
You guys held Illinois down pretty good shooting-wise, turned them over a lot. What was working for the defense today?
Well, we just felt with their size that if we didn't, if we didn't put pressure and pick up, 3/4 court, that we were doing ourselves a disservice. Shannon is a player that's one of the hardest covers in college basketball because of his versatility. He's a great scorer, and we just felt like if we could, somehow try to speed them up a little bit, that it might be to our advantage. And I do think that the 17 turnovers that were caused in the 12 steals was maybe as crucial as any stat that you look at once the final buzzer happened.
We're going to go on my left side. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Steve Greenberg from the Chicago Sun-Times. This is for anybody, but I suppose mainly for you, Eric. I think Coleman Hawkins, I think, took Devo down into the post to start the scoring, and then didn't see it again. Were you surprised that? And was that something? You mentioned their size. He's their tallest guy who plays.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly a really good player. Coleman is, and that was I think that was kind of maybe off the jump ball that we were a little bit. Devo was actually assigned to number 0, Terrence Shannon, and somehow we got in a cross match. That's kind of on us, and I thought that Illinois did a really good job of reading that, because obviously Devo's a point guard for us, or an off guard, and we went with a unique lineup. We've kind of been changing lineups based on, and so we were really small. That was actually Ricky's assignment, but Devo somehow ended up on him, and they did a good job reading it. But I don't know if Devo was on Hawkins again after that possession, because that was kind of a mess up on our part and a really good read on their part.
Stay on my left side on the aisle. Go ahead.
Eric, Adam Teicher, ESPN. How do you feel like you match up against Kansas?
Well, haven't really, I didn't come over early to scout the game. Our belief has always been, I'm coming on the team bus with the players, and just making sure that we were focused for this game and never look ahead. And I don't think you can in this tournament. We did have, our assistants were all here and watched the game because we needed to prep. We're ready right now to go have a meeting. The guys they probably already have scouting reports texted to them on their phones. So our staff's ready. I'm not right now.
Going to go on my right side.
Eric, I think a lot of Arkansas fans identify with Kamani Johnson and the effort that he plays. How do you think he impacted the game immediately from the jump, opening tip?
I mean, Kamani played 12 minutes and led the game in offensive rebounds. I think that, if you could just sum it up, you're talking about a player that played 12 minutes and had 4 offensive rebounds. Illinois had 3 as a team. So defensive rebounding was really important, but Kamani's aggressiveness, and that's why he got the start tonight, is NCAA experience. This was our first game. Now all the guys that checked into the game, they all now have experience. So I don't know what we'll do against Kansas until we start diving in and really look at matchups and so on and so forth. But I thought Kamani did a phenomenal job for us, setting the tone early on the offensive glass, and I thought he gives us a physicality obviously as well.
We have less than 4 minutes in this press conference.
Will Kennedy, Des Moines Register. Ricky and Devo, you had that 15-point lead, sort of whittled down to 5 with about 2.5 minutes left. I don't think you scored in about 3 minutes. What was sort of the vibe in that huddle before you came out and sort of extended that lead and ran away with it?
Start with Ricky first.
Pretty much just flashbacks. Like I said earlier, we was in this position many times before. We'll be up 10, up 12 halftime, and then it started dwindling down, and the other team takes the lead. So just keeping that mindset, we got to win the game. We all want to win, and just keeping our foot on the gas and not giving up. Coach gave positive energy, and we gave positive energy to each other, so we just didn't let up, and we ended up extending the lead back.
Yeah, same as what Ricky said. I think just trying to play hard and get a stop. That's what we really needed. Of course, basketball is all about running, so they made a run and we just tried to stop it. And I think they made quite a bit of a run, but I think we withheld our lead, and I think we took care of business after their little run they had in the second half.
And we have free throws.
We're going to go to the left side.
Eric, I don't think Jordan had real eye-popping stats points-wise or whatever. But, man, I think you guys were like plus 21 or plus 22. I don't have it in front of me.
Plus 22.
Plus
Yep.
22, okay. I'm good at math. Why were you guys plus 22 when Jordan was on the court?
He did everything. I mean, he got loose balls. He altered shots. He ran the floor hard, both offensively and defensively. He gave great support defense to his teammates. I thought he put great heat on the ball, great pressure on the ball. He rushed the quarterback. I mean, his plus minus tonight was by far our highest plus minus while he was on the floor. And sometimes you wonder. I mean, he's been a starter for most of the year. We brought him off the bench tonight. I thought he was phenomenal. We wanted Ricky to start to get him going, and I thought it helped Ricky a lot too because we needed his offense and his attacking of the rim early in the game.
Time for one more question in the back row.
I'm really hoping this wasn't asked because I walked in a little late. Eric Olson of the AP. You guys, what was going through your mind, given this team's history, when I think Walsh made a steal of the cross-court pass, and then you had the missed dunk there that might have been the knockout punch, possibly. I guess obviously you were rather animated. What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, there was a point, where you want to make sure you get a shot on goal, and Ricky's made some spectacular dunks for us, and I think you're right, Eric, that would have put an end to it probably. For whatever, I don't know. Other than the fact that I kind of allow our team to do that type of stuff, I've never told them not to throw lobs, and I just felt at that time we maybe could have milked the clock on that particular possession. But hey, you give a team offensive freedom, and you're very demanding defensively, and that's kind of the philosophy that we've always had is allow these guys maybe to have a little bit more fun or a little bit more freedom offensively, but do exactly as we talk about from a scouting standpoint defensively. So I guess I got to kind of live with some of that stuff, and hey, we won. So
Thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
sounds good.